it's clear that that Serbia hasn't yet really reconciled to the fact that this Kosovo is independent today. And that's a recognition that has to come. It's an historical consequence of the tensions and the feuds. I'll never forget when I was with President Milosevic in November of 1998, and we were signing the final agreement in November 1998 that would pull the excess forces out of Kosovo, the excess Serb forces that the UN Security Council resolution called for to be pulled out. President Milosevic told me, he said, we know how to handle these Albanians. I said, he said, we've done it before. I said, how did you do it? He said, we killed them all. And so this deeply embedded historic friction between the two groups could only result in a separation of two nations. And now the two nations have to find ways to coexist, to get along, and to work together economically for the betterment of their citizens. And that's the challenge. And it's a very difficult challenge to overcome. Memories are still fresh on both sides. And I think it's a work and a labor that can't be forced. I think it has to come and move forward naturally. And the problem is that the Russian action in Ukraine has further complicated the situation because everyone understands that Serbia has an historic affiliation with Russia. And Russia is using Serbia to prepare the way for, should it succeed in Ukraine, causing greater chaos again in the Western Balkans. And that's pretty well known. And so Mr. Vučić seems to be torn between two possibilities, aligning with the West and having his historic fraternal relationship with Russia. And he's apparently trying to have it both ways. That's what it looks like from the outside. And from the outside, what it looks like is the people of Kosovo are there as a smaller country, dependent on outside support from the United States and elsewhere for their very survival and for their economic betterment. And somehow we have to be patient. We have to work this situation through. We have to let the tempers cool, and we have to recognize that a solution to the boundary issues between Serbia and Kosovo is not independent of the outcome between Ukraine and Russia.